Hello and welcome to another episode of Drawing Better. This is our second episode of Drawing Better. The last video I made was a month ago, so if you haven't watched the last video and what this series is about, you can go and check it out before you watch this. It's pretty much like a monthly vlog of my drawing progress. And in this drawing kind of journey, I'll be recording every month and I'll be drawing every single day. Yeah, and I'm going to be trying different techniques. I'm going to show you what I think about it, and if I think it works, and I think if you should try it, or you should. I'll also talk about like the whole mental game of teaching yourself things, or the whole learning process of pretty much anything you do, because this is what this channel is about, right? Self-taught culture. So I'm taking drawing and trying to teach it into this self-taught culture, and trying to maybe you can learn this technique, take this this kind of technique and mentality into anything that you want to learn. Right? So let's begin. So last month I did was for February, for the whole February, right? The drawings are all for February. So now this video is going to be for the entire March and a little bit of April, because I tend to record my videos late and I start off late, so oh well, right? Okay, so this is the first drawing in my book, somewhere around the first drawing. I didn't take a picture of every single drawing because it's a really big sketchbook and some of them are just scribbly warm-ups. So what I talked about the last video was this drawing technique called the bean, right? Which is you're focusing on drawing just the torso. So and it looks kind of like a bean, and you want to. The main purpose of this exercise is to find the center line and finding the twists and the curves of the body of the torso part. So I applied that kind of bean concept, and then I try to add a little bit more, like some legs, and see how like I fuse that with a woman anatomy together. Right, this is early March. I did this 1 minute each. I think this is about the same thing as well. And yep, and I'm continuing, keep drawing women. I'm not sure how long I took this. Yeah, I have no idea how long I took these. Why is this upside down? There you go. And I think I talked about this last video, right? About iterative drawing. So what that means is to draw the same pose or same drawing over and over again until you get it right, or just try to draw it a few times and try to improve on it. So I drew this one time with the reference, and I think I drew this again without the reference. What I realized about my drawings now compared to last month is that my strokes are getting more confident, and I feel like my eye is getting better. I'm starting to see straight lines where they're at and where curves are at. But the problem that I find that is sometimes I kind of forget about that whole straight line and the curves thing, and I end up drawing too many lines, which is not good. So I want to focus on drawing as little lines as possible, and you can still see the whole figure, or the majority of the figure at least. Wait, 2-minute sketches. These are the earlier ones, early March. As you see later on, I realized that I was starting to improve for my 2-minute sketches. So these are the 2-minute sketches that early March. Some faces. I wasn't really feeling the faces much. Something's wrong. I could tell right now, but back then I couldn't tell. The faces are kind of warped. And one weird thing I realized about sketching right on table, you have to make sure that your face is on top of the sketchbook. Because if, like, let's say if the table is too high and you're sketching like this, you start looking at the paper at a weird angle, right? and everything starts to deform, but you don't notice it because you're seeing it at this angle. So a lot of times when I drew on this like angle, and I look up on the paper, I'm like, holy crap, the head is like warping that way because of the way I'm sitting on the table and the way I'm looking at the paper. So when you sketch, make sure that you're somewhat down directly on a piece of paper, or your sketchbook. I think that's why when you do it on the computer, CG will be easier that way, and you can always undo, right, when you do CG. So more faces, and here I started to do, since my head anatomy is not very good, I started to construct it down, there was a few videos I found on YouTube. Proco is a very famous life drawing tutorial guru guy on YouTube, and he talked about how he construct the face, the head, whole entire head. So I was following his video on how he get the eyes, where you get the eye level and the nose and all that. And he really talked about this, like you take a ball, and then if you take and you cut off a slice on both sides, you create a ball with a flat surface like this one. This is a ball, and you just cut off this section right here. So it's like a ball with a flat surface. So that's how the head looks like. And if you, I guess I don't have a construction of the head in here, but if you draw a line right in the middle of this circle right here, you draw a line right across, where I'm trying to open this app that you can draw on it. It's really cool. I haven't tried it yet though. Awesome. Okay, so let's draw the line. So you talked about when you get this circle, right? Now it's a good time to use the tablet, but I'm using mouse. So this is your circle, and you chop off the side, you get this circle, but this is a flat surface, and you draw a cross over, just so you know where the center line is. And this center line would be your brow, where your eyebrows would be at, and this is where your ears would be at. This line right here, this is where the top of your ear will touch, right? And if you can even take your hand and just measure it, I'm not sure how do you do it. Yeah, you take your finger and you measure it, you move it closer towards your face, you realize that it touches your eyebrow. So same thing as and at the bottom of this circle, which is the bottom, will be the bottom of your ear. So if you take your hand and you move it across your face, and you realize that it reaches the bottom of your nose. So that's where you get your nose line. And then, this is not good drawing. And then your head and your face is divided into into thirds. So this part is 1/3, and then the brow to the bottom of the nose is another third, and then the nose to the bottom of your chin is another third. Right here, so you get it. You can do that with by measuring your own face. So you take your index finger on the middle of your brow, thumb on the bottom of your nose, and if you move it down so that your finger touches the bottom of your nose, the bottom actually touches your chin, right? So that's how you get the proportion. So same thing with the forehead. You can take your eyebrow and nose to the thumb, and you move it up. You realize the index finger touches the hairline, right? So cool. I can't believe it. It matches for every single person. I wonder if it works for, I don't know, different races. I don't think it works for everybody, right? I'm trying to turn this off. Go away, I need my pointer. Okay, there we go. Okay, moving on to the head construction. I'll put a link on the description, of course, so you can watch it from Proco himself instead of me explaining. He's probably better at explaining all this. And he even talked about other things like that, getting the jawline and the neckline. I find that it really helps with the whole construction of the head, because I'm very confused with the whole planes of the head. Although he didn't really talk much about the planes on the face, but I drew it down anyway. I think I watched it in another YouTube video where they talked about the planes of the face. So you can see like the brow to the bottom of the eye, the plane is kind of going in. It's not like a flat surface. I'm getting messages. Never mind. Okay, moving on. Now I'm starting to do 3 minutes gesture drawings. And I realized I'm always drawing women, and they're always standing up, and they're always naked. So they're naked, standing up, and they're always like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. This is mid-March. Not much improvement. I'm not too sure actually. I think it's it's still too soon to say how much I improved. But lately, I see that my eye is getting better at seeing things. So these are 5-minute sketches. I think this is the first time I'm starting to start doing a 5-minute gesture drawings. I'm not too happy about this. And I jump around a lot of different things, right? So I jump around from drawing bodies and drawing faces. So this is back to faces again. I didn't really have any reference for this. Maybe it's a bad idea. And the common mistake I have is the eyes are always too close to each other, like this person right here. Or then sometimes I would try to, how about I just focus on pushing the eyes apart so that, you know, it offsets what my weakness is at. So it ends up being like this. So there's a lot of trial and error playing around. More 3-minute sketches. And here, I realized my weakness is drawing shoulders. So I started focusing on drawing the shoulders, and I'm trying to simplify the shapes so it's like triangles, circles, squares. Trying to mannequinize it, I could say. It's still quite confusing, but I'm starting to get it, kind of, especially the chest overlapping the shoulder part. It's going up here. It's still a work in progress. Alright, moving on. 5-minute sketch. I'm quite happy with this one. I think because it's just clean. But I don't know. Well, more faces. I'm experimenting with different eye shapes. I'm trying to learn from like Disney style, because I kind of like Disney's kind of faces. They're very charming and appealing. And their eyes are always like they're upside down cup shape. Yeah, the upside down cup shape. You take a cup and turn it upside down. That's their eyes. So you can see in every one of their princesses, even Zootopia, Judy Hopps, her eyes are just boop, and she looks very good. So I was trying to copy that style. At one point, I was trying to just draw that upside down cup shape, like you can see here, and kind of like experiment and trick around with it a bit. So the problem with the drawing the faces is I spent too much time drawing details that are necessary, because I wanted to focus on the proportions of the face first. So I started to kind of simplify the face, you know. So I just draw a simple shape. I drew a dot on it for the eyes just to get the proportion. And I'm actually liking these kind of style. I don't know what is it. I think it's just very clean, and somehow the proportion matches. You know what? It's hard to say. So I decided, okay, let's try drawing the actual eyes. Let's try put the eyes in. It's like it feels weird. So I'm just playing around with different things, playing around with different ways of drawing eyes. Again here. Let's see, more bodies again. I'm always jumping to drawing bodies. 3-minute sketches. It looks a little better now. Face drawings. I was playing around. I like this kind of hair. I think they call the half-shaven hair. It's quite. I think one of the celebrities that has this hair is What's her name? The Marjorie from Game of Thrones. Natalie Dormer, yes, that's the name. Yeah, she has that. She's famous for that hair. Oh, that's the first person I saw that has the hair. I'm like, oh my god, that's really cool. So I wanted to draw it, but this is the short hair version of it. So I've been trying to draw that hair in this March 18. And more gesture drawings, a lot of it. More iterative drawings. 1 time, 2 times, and 3rd time. I think it's around here I was getting a little frustrated with my drawings, because I keep drawing the same thing and it's not improving, and I draw it again like, oh, it's not working. So I just jump back into drawing other things. I think we'll skip around a bit. Here I start drawing expressions. I'm trying to draw expressions at least. It's a little tricky because I've never really drawn much expressions. Not lately at least. It's kind of weird. I'm not liking it. So I went back into drawing the heads again, and sometimes I would just if I don't know what to draw, I would just draw a lot of very simple shapes like the head constructions. I'll just draw a bunch of those and just kind of drill it into my head, like how to get the proportions right. So I realized that if I keep doing it over and over again, just build up a lot of volume, eventually it will just become a habit. Like many things that we do, if you do, like let's say brushing your teeth, you don't even think about brushing your teeth anymore. You just kind of do it. You don't actually think of the whole up down motion or the circular motions. You just do it and you don't really think about it. You don't even use any willpower or anything, right? So I'm trying to kind of take that kind of theory of using muscle memory and just kind of doing it until you don't even think about it anymore. So I'm trying to apply that to drawing. More head construction. I'm kind of liking this one because it looks kind of appealing. But it's just a construction. Gesture drawings. More 5-minute sketches. I was starting to improve, I think. The 5-minute sketches. I could see more details. I even have time to shade. Some light shading. Oh, I'm getting somewhere. This is late March. My faces is up and down. Sometimes I can pull off something. Sometimes I can't. This one, I think I drew the head first, and then I thought of drawing the body for some reason. So, yeah, just trying it out. 2-minute sketches. I don't know. I like the whole flowiness into it, but I think I could do more in 2 minutes. 5-minute sketches. Yeah, improving. I feel like I'm improving. I could see lines and curves even better now. But then again, I'm always drawing this like women, naked women. Maybe I just got better at drawing naked women. I don't know. I should just try drawing different things. More faces. Oh yeah, I try to shade hair here. I was trying to slowly move into shading, and I'm starting to move into drawing on CG on computer, using the Wacom tablet. So this is one of my first trials in drawing shading. I don't know where. I think I heard this from my girlfriend. She talked about drawing the highlights first, and then drawing the shade, the tones, right? The dark and the light tones, and then after that you can start drawing all these like squiggly lines. But yeah, makes sense. Getting better. If you can recognize who this is, I was trying to draw that girl from Deadpool, Nagasonic, yeah, Nagasonic Teenage Warhead. I was trying to draw like a portrait / animated style. I don't know, I'm just trying it out. The important thing is that I just keep drawing anything, even circles, which I would show you later. Let's just skip ahead. 2 minutes. I like the flowy lines better. It feels more flowy, but I could do more. I could finish the head and the legs. In 2 minutes, I could just finish the whole thing in the shapes, but practice. 5 minutes. Yeah, getting better. All right, now you start seeing all these weird lines and circles. This is something I learned from I don't know the guy's name. His name is Brendan something. He's from Art Academy, on a YouTube channel called Art Academy, something like that. But he was talking about dynamic sketching. So what he taught this, you draw a line. So there's section right here. There's lines and arcs and waves and whatever. So he'll draw one line, and then he'll draw it over it again and again and again, 8 times. And then he would usually have 3 of these lines, and then another medium line, 3 of them, and then the long line, 3 of them. So his method in this is to create like confidence in your strokes. You know how people, a bad habit of newbie artists is that when they draw, they don't draw confident. You know, it's like a kind of scribbly line kind of thing, and it doesn't look very nice. So his kind of method on developing your hands to be more confident, it's very good. I find it very good. And you don't even need to use your creative mind into doing this. You just kind of just grind it out, you know, just do a bunch of lines, arcs as well. So there's a lot of like small, medium, and large arcs. I even do the upside down arch, waves, and I go over these lines about 8 times. And even talk about eclipse, circles right here. He would draw columns, and then he would draw circles in them, and just trying to make it as pretty as possible. Make them as perfect as you can, and you can make them bigger, make them smaller, make them more what's it called, italic? No, that's not italic. More angled, yeah, angled circles, angled this way, angled this way. And I've been doing that too. I've been doing that once every day, once every other day. I try to do it every single day, but I don't want to, so I'll do it every other day. I'll post a link for his video where he talked about this. I think he's much better at explaining this. So you can see I just draw a bunch of circles, small ones, big ones, long ones, and he would talk about shading or texturing, you would say. So it's like a bunch of circles, it's dark, and then it gets lighter, and vertical lines and diagonal lines. I don't think he talked about diagonal lines, but I decided to do it. I just take his method and just give it to myself. Nah. Alright, now back to the gesture drawings. Oh yeah, so now I'm getting to improve, I think. 5-minute sketches. If you remember how it looks like before, I don't want to go back to my previous drawings. So but I'm starting to see that I'm improving. This is the end of March. Yeah, end of March, getting somewhere. More of these dynamic line sketches and circle-y stuff. 2-minute sketches. Hands. So with my weakness in hands, right? I'm trying to simplify it down. So I would always constantly try to think of hands in simple shapes. So let's say my bad habit in drawing hands is that I draw too many lines because I'm trying to constantly correct what I just did. So instead of that, I'll just think of hands in simple shapes. So this hand would be one cylinder, this hand will be one cylinder. But if your hand is doing any dynamic motions, then you have multiple cylinders, right? So all this, you can see I was trying to draw like a more simple line. I'm liking this better, especially this one. Yep, this early April 1st. And more of these dynamic lines. 2-minute sketches. I think around here I was starting to simplify my gesture drawings. I keep calling them gesture drawings. It's not gesture drawings. They're 2-minute sketches. So I'm trying to focus on shapes of the body. Trying to draw the body with less line as possible. And yeah, how do you describe shapes? Like, yeah, it's just shapes, you know, circles, cylinders, or just any weird gooey looking shape. So I'm trying to simplify it down because my goal in all this drawing is to be able to create my own kind of art style. Eventually I could draw storyboards, draw my stories in my head out on paper, because that's my weakness. My ideas in my head can't come out on paper. So that's the ultimate goal, is to be able to draw my own stories. Yes, yes. There you draw it multiple times, like I talked about. Simplifying the shapes. Yep. Ah, I wrote down this word persist, persist, persist. So at this time, I was getting very frustrated with drawing because I was not getting anywhere. I don't feel like I was getting anywhere. So this is the process of learning things, anything. Because I think Sakura talked about this. Sakura Yesen. I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name. Where he talked about the plateau of learning things. So for a drawing example, there's two skills. There's one is your eye, what you can see it's good, and the other one is your hand-eye coordination. And if you look at it on a graph, maybe I can draw a graph here. Can I draw a graph? Let me draw it here. Okay, a graph right here. Pen. Okay. Okay, this is your, let's say this is your eye skill, the ability to see what is good and what is bad. Okay, and let's change the color. And this is your hand coordination to your eye, which is like your brain. I want you to do this stroke. That's the hand-eye coordination. Hand-eye coordination. Hand-brain coordination. Yes. So there'll be times where your eye could see a mistake in your drawing, but your hand would just not move to that thing that you see, right? And you feel like that you suck and you're not improving. But the reality is your eye just got better and your hands is not catching up yet. You're kind of offset, like so. And watching his video is very motivating because it makes a lot of sense in pretty much anything you do, whether it's fitness, maybe you wanna, fitness or just any skill you wanna learn. Because as you learn skills, you know what's good. And now the skill is your brain coordination to your body, but they don't move along the same line. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is. Let me erase this. Yes, I will put a link for this talk about you feel like you're stuck in learning things. Oh, I'm getting tired just making videos. Alright, more lines. Simplifying drawings. Yes. More circly stuff. I wrote this, it doesn't matter, because I was going through some thoughts about, we get all these negative thoughts about what if this doesn't work out, what if this or what if that happens, what if this happens, the what ifs, we're constantly thinking about the what ifs. And I keep telling myself it doesn't matter, what matters is what you're doing right now. It doesn't matter what happens later on. Right now is all that matters. So I always tell myself it doesn't matter. Does it sound sad? It doesn't sound sad to me. It makes a lot of sense. Alright, moving on. 3-minute sketches. Trying to simplify the shapes still. Simplifying shapes. I was starting to improve. The shapes looks better. Yes, shapes looking better. And I get off days too. But I'm still focusing on simplifying shapes. This is my most recent goal. Most recent goal right now. I'm still doing this right now. Trying to simplify the shapes. Like these, yes. These, yes. Overall, I'm pretty happy about these drawings. I did it in 2 minutes, and I actually managed to finish the whole thing. Most of the whole thing. I got the head, I got the feet. No feet yet. Me and my feet. Okay. Shapes, yes. More of these weird circles. I was trying to just play around with it. I draw little flowery pebbles in the circles, just for fun. Here I was eating lunch and I wanted to draw at the same time, so I was just drawing just heads and just trying to get different angles, see how it looks like, just to get the whole construction right. And sometimes I start to draw eyes in it, put more details. Sometimes I draw guys, very rarely. And here's another thing I'd like to talk about. It's important that to draw all these foundation things, but you also have to give yourself some fun, right? Explore different things. Look at other artists and copy what they do. Not because you want to copy what they do and then show it online. Hey, I did this. Isn't it cool? But you didn't do any of that. So this is sometimes I like to just copy different artists and see what they did that I like. This is a picture of one of this artists. I forgot the name. This is a name right here. And I'm trying to think of what to say. Yeah, I'm pretty much just trying to, because I really like her style where she simplified her women. So I was just copying it and just see how it looks like. Simplifying shapes, 2 minutes. And yes, shapes, yes, 2 minutes. Getting better. Sometimes up and down, 3 minutes. Like this one. Simplifying shapes. So, yes. Lines. 2 minutes. Here's another artist study. I don't know the artist's name. I just liked how it looks like. I like how he or she simplified the shapes of that character. So I drew it once and I took away the reference and I draw it again. And then same thing. I draw using the reference, take away the reference and draw it again. I'm not sure if this method works, but I'm still playing around with it. Hands, not so nice. Shapes, body shapes, lines, weird lines, faces. Oh, this is my other sketchbook. This is February, late February. I was trying to outline it. I do not like it. I think back then when I saw it, I thought it was not bad. But now that I looked at it, it is not. Here, I did that whole iterate drawing. So I draw it once, see what's wrong, try to draw it again. When I see something wrong, draw it one more time. Most of the pages that you see, I draw it 3 times. Not because I want to do it 3 times, but because that's all I could fit on the picture, on a book. These are the old ones. Yep, my other sketchbook. Oh yeah, I would like to talk about tools that I use. Let me show you. Alright, so all these blue color pencils that you see, these, I'm using this this blue color pencil, Staedtler? Yeah, Staedtler, the blue and the red one. These are cheap, but the problem with these is that they break very easily because they're so soft. But soft is good. So I don't know, cheap and soft, and I don't know. But there's this other one right here. This is another blue color pencil. I do have it. Okay, it's really small now. It's a blue color pencil by Faber-Castell, but these are so much more expensive. I think triple the price. But the good thing about this is that the lead is really light, as you can see, and it doesn't break. It's very tough and it lasts pretty long. These, they don't last very long. Those are the main pencils that I like to use for all these gesture drawings and all these quick sketches. And when I'm using a mechanical pencil, I like to use this thing. What's it called? Graph gear. Is it reversed? Yeah, I think it's mirrored on my camera. Yeah, so it's actually a graphite pencil. So I think engineers use it. I'm not sure. That's the main 2 pencils that I use. I don't really use anything else. So occasionally I use a 2B pencil because I have a lot of that in the office. Nobody's using it, so I just use them to draw my lines and my circles, just to kind of warm up. Yeah, not much to see here. Here I'm practicing on faces. I don't have any reference on one of these. I just draw the construction of the head and just draw the eyes and the hair and all that. Alright, let me show you what I did for on the computer. I started to draw using my tablet. Let's see. I don't like this one. But I was experimenting. This in particular I don't like, so let's close this one. Okay, let's begin for March 19. Yes, okay. I was drawing some gesture drawings. Figure drawings. 2 minute figure drawings. I actually like drawing on tablet. It's actually not as hard as I thought. Maybe it's this software. This software is called Mischief. It's really awesome. It's got this infinite canvas, so I could zoom out. It's unlimited. I can zoom out all the way, and I can just do paint, and it won't be pixelized. Oh. Okay, let's get back here. Oh. I don't know how to use my keyboard right now. Okay, let's just focus on this. Maybe I'll talk about this software another day, but let's focus on this first. My gesture drawings, figure drawings. Yeah, I'm liking it. Even my girlfriend that saw these drawings, she's like, "You did those? Shit, it's pretty good." And maybe it's just the brush that I'm using that makes it easier, or maybe it's because that when I'm drawing this, my reference is like, it's right next over here. Oh, my brush is not working. Never mind. Usually when I draw this, I could have my reference on the left side and I just draw it on the right side next to each other. So instead of this having the sketchbook down and you look at the computer, you start looking back and forth like this. Everything's right here, so I could easily match the proportions and everything. Maybe because of that it's easier. It felt easier for me. Yeah. Mischief, awesome software. I did a lot of these. Let's move forward. I think this video is running a bit too long. Okay, this is late March. I started to try out some shading. It's very tricky. I don't know what to say. Because I watch a lot of YouTube videos where they talk about shading, and they would say that to start from the dark color and then move on to the light color. And when I did that, it ended up looking like this. So maybe I didn't really grasp the idea yet, but I like this one right here, where I just put the highlights in. And yeah, I was just playing around with the whole shading idea, and I thought it was too difficult to draw on a figure, so why not just try on the simple shapes, squares, triangles, and such. I didn't really do much, just a little bit here and there. So you must be asking, like, is it too soon for you to be start drawing on the computer? I don't think so. No. If you're just experimenting around with just quick sketches like these, or drawing simple shapes, or just getting the feel of drawing on the tablet, I don't think it's too early to start. I think it's actually good to start. Just try a little bit of different things, but my main focus is still to be studying the whole forms of anatomy, and like just drawing shapes and trying to just find my voice, and then I could right. So this is March. I'm getting somewhere. 5 minutes. These are 5-minute sketches. Wait, my video got cut off because I was using my iPad and ran out of space. Oh well. Now I'm using my phone to do this. I don't really have much else to show. I just want to talk about a few things. This is the last piece that I would like to show you. This one is done in 5 minutes. Yeah, these 4 are done in 5. I think so. These gotta be 5 minutes. And I even have time to shade. Not shade, but light. Highlight. And these are done in 2 minutes. This is early February. Early April. April 2nd, to be exact. That's the last image I have to show. Yeah, that's about it. So another thing I would like to talk about is the whole struggling, the whole struggle in drawing, learning things, learning to draw especially. I think that's why a lot of animators. I know a lot of animators, artists. Yeah, they cannot draw. They don't think they can draw good enough. So they started doing into easier mediums like being animator in Maya, like me, Maya animator or modeler or something less about using your hands to draw. So I think that's the frustration with drawing. It's it's really long process. You know what I mean? I think Will Terry, it's Will Terry, Will Terrell. It's another artist that I follow on YouTube, and he talked about the learning process of drawing, learning how to draw. Cause he started off being a writer or filmmaker, I think, and he wanted to learn how to draw his own stories because he couldn't find people to do it. And he looked at it this way: if it takes 10 years to be a doctor, or it takes X amount of years to be a lawyer, it's going to take 10 years for me to be an artist. So that's how you should look at it. 10 years, I think 10 years is an extreme, but maybe it's not. Because you see a lot of great artists out there, right? They've been drawing for like 10 years. And it might take that long, but I don't really care because I'm doing this just for fun. And you should look at it that way too. Just do it for yourself. Don't do it for the whole career and money of doing it. I don't really see myself doing this for money. I don't really see it myself being a concept artist, storyboard artist, anything like that. I just want to draw my own stories, you know, just to express my ideas in paper. I can't really put my words into. So annoying. So anyways, I'll just end this episode with that. Keep drawing even though it sucks. I think that's the word. Keep drawing even though it sucks, and draw what you want to draw. If you like drawing animals, you like drawing women, you like drawing men, you like drawing cars, stuff like that. But the main important thing is to just keep drawing every single day. Alright? That's all for this episode. I'll see you again next month, and I'll update and what I learned and how I improved, and so you can improve yourself. See you guys next time.